I remember when I first read the novel Native Speaker, I thought it was going to be another cultural assimilation novel that I would have to pretend to enjoy and relate to. Usually when I read novels, I feel like I'm watching someone else react to the source material. However, reading Native Speaker was the first time I've ever felt I was directly interacting with the work and that it could look right back at me. I felt exposed to the world. At some points in the novel, I really feel like the author could read my mind. And the way the main character, Henry, lies is exactly how I've lied for most of my life. And the exact way he's lying for some scenes is never fully explained either. So the only way you really know what's happening is if you've told the same lies in real life. If you've already read the novel, I think Henry being a spy and John being a politician are you know, very fitting for both their characters, maybe a little too obvious. This novel is also the first I've seen in the genre that takes multi-generational perspectives all seriously. In most other cultural assimilation novels, the father of Henry would be the main character who goes through tragedy. But the difference between this novel and the others I've read up until this point was that the novel pointed out how the second generation person like Henry, doing what's best for himself and accepting himself, are somehow less noble than what the previous generation has done. And we can't do anything about the conditions we just grew up in, and invalidating what we experience completely to move forward is impossible. In a way, this novel was the Attack on Titan of 1995. The book is basically a series of monologues. I think it showcases a very specific type of loneliness that I couldn't really speak to other people about. And the final monologue is hopeful and beautiful. And I think if younger people like Generation Alpha, Korean Americans read it today, they might think it's offensive, but I think in context of the entire novel, it's what I hope I'll be able to accomplish for myself. Other than the main Wikipedia page for the novel, I have never read or watched any reviews, analyses, or interviews with the author. And the reason is that I'm afraid of the possibility that this novel, that I feel so deeply understands me, is not actually sincere at all. I think it would ruin me. I think this might be the only time I might understand how, religious people or people who deeply care about cultural things feel. Luckily for me, I've never met another person who has already read the novel, or if they did, they say they didn't enjoy it with no explanation. And when people ask me if I would recommend the book, um, I honestly can't, because I think most people would think that it's boring or that it's just depressing without feeling the more positive parts of the novel. Anyways, I just wanted to say something about Native Speaker. See ya.